Kenny's not here, which is great. Because, I think you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, when Kenny's not here, Kenny's the biggest Formula One hater in the history of mankind. He will not let me talk about Formula One on the show. And so I never get a chance to do it. So while Kenny and Crash are gone, and it's me and Cole here on YouTube only tonight, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. I get to talk about Formula One. And they kicked off their season in Australia late Saturday night if you're with us here on the West Coast. Midnight if you're on the East Coast. In the rain and wet. And it was absolute flipping chaos, man. Absolute freaking chaos. I thought it was a terrific piece of drama. I thought it was a good race. It was Formula One at its peak. Absolute peak. That's what Formula One is all about. The racing itself may not be the greatest, but God damn it, the drama from lap 1 to lap 57 yesterday in Australia was high drama. It was so good. And this season is going to be quite exciting. Cole, I know you were obviously out at high limits, so you didn't get a chance to watch the whole race, but you did catch a little bit of it. How much were you able to watch? And as a Formula One newbie, what did you make of the season opener in Australia?
So I got back from high limit pretty late. I caught the last, I want to say 10 or so laps. Whenever Lewis was leading, and then seconds later he lost the lead, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch this because I know you're a big Lewis guy, big go. Ferrari guy. I'm Team Italian. LH, baby. I want to see the Ferrari succeed. I want to see Lewis succeed. But on that, so obviously I didn't get a whole feel for like which drivers were deserving of where they finished and who had good races and whatnot. It was Lando that won, right?
Lando Norris. He leads the championship for the first time in his career. Yeah,
I feel like that's a pretty common name that I hear in the F1 world as far as somebody who's running up front and winning races. So that didn't come as a shock to me. But what did come as a shock to me, and one driver that I was very excited to follow in F1 this season was a rookie like myself and an Italian like myself, Kimi Antonelli. Now, in doing research before we're coming to SpeedFreaks, I was really drawn to his resume and also just his story, filling in for a legend like Lewis Hamilton. That's huge shoes to fill. And then for him to finish 5th by the time the race ended was extremely impressive to me.
P4,
and then even
P4.
I was going to say even more impressive to me was waking up, going on Twitter, and seeing that he actually finished 4th because they rescinded a penalty he had in the race. So P4 in your debut at 18 years old, filling in for Lewis Hamilton. That is freaking awesome. I cannot wait to follow his journey in F1 this season. But from what I saw, good racing. Like you said, a lot of drama. And should be good. I'm excited.
Okay. So I have to contain myself here for a second. Kimi Antonelli, I'll get to my Ferrari rant in just a second, okay? I've been building up to this all damn day, and that's how we're going to close out the show. But Kimi Antonelli, what a drive, dude. Just an incredible drive. There were 6 rookies in this race. 4 of them didn't finish. One of them didn't even take the damn start. Right? Like, it was just a mess.
I did see that.
It was just a disaster. Isaac Hadjar didn't even make it to the start. He spun out. Carlos Sainz, last year's Australian Grand Prix winner, spun out under a safety car. Fernando Alonso, multiple-time world champion, spun out, crashed. Liam Lawson crashed. Gabriel Bortoleto crashed. But no, Kimi Antonelli managed to drive his way up to the field because he qualified pretty far back. He qualified, I believe, 16th. Didn't even make it to Q2. And drove all the way up through the field. Couple great overtakes. And coming home P4, man. He should have won driver of the day. Like, Lando Norris fans are crazy. Y'all are crazy, bro. He's like got like a bunch of groupies, and I'll never understand why. I had a whole last year. I did a whole rant on Lando Norris. You can go check it out. It's on our SpeedFreaks Instagram. They got a lot of run. People were pissed at me because I was calling out Lando Norris because I'm not his biggest fan. But I'll save that for another day. But yeah, what Kimi did was pretty incredible. My favorite moment of the race was the radio from Charles Leclerc Obviously it was raining all race long. So Charles pops on the radio and says, "Hey, I have a leak. There's a leakage going on." His engineer says, "A leakage of what?" Charles says, "I have the seat full of water, like full of water," he says. His engineer says, "Must be the water." No shit, dude. What the hell else is it? What the hell else?
That's amazing.
Cole, this is why I love F1, because you get this kind of just, the memes that come from this damn sport are top notch every week. And to which Charles responds, "Let's add that to the words of wisdom." So there you go. It's not quite weird checking of years past on the Ferrari radio, but it's close enough. Which brings me to oh, here we go. Let's go to Warphammer here. He's got some comments here. That's why we're doing this live, so we can talk to you about your comments. Warphammer, Antonelli, good. Lewis was never going to be a good fit with Ferrari, and now he's finding out. I don't think that's 100% the case. No, I'm not going to drop an F-bomb. He got screwed. He got screwed over. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. I have a rant about that, Warphammer. Stay tuned. We'll go through your comments. Alonso crashed and Stroll didn't. Figure that out. Do you remember, Cole, last year, Lance Stroll in Brazil did the same thing that Isaac Hadjar did in Australia? He crashed before the damn race started.
Really?
On the formation lap, yeah, he just quiet quit the race.
What? Is that like a common occurrence? What the hell is going on in this series?
I know. It's like they always say that Formula One drivers are the best in the world, and this is the crap that they're pulling, is they can't even start the race because it's too wet. Anyway, Warphammer's still continuing. Lewis's dad and Hadjar was quite a moment. That was cool. That was great. I don't know if you saw that, Cole, but yeah, after the race,
I did.
Hadjar completely dejected, obviously, as well he should be, in what should be the coolest moment of his entire life, and unfortunately got foiled because of the weather. And yeah, Lewis's dad came up to him and gave him put his hand on his shoulder and consoled him, and that was really cool.
That was really cool. A really cool moment.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, whew. Take a breath.
Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go.
Cody, you know what to do. Come on. There I am. There we go. Okay. Freak Nation, if we have not made it abundantly clear as of yet on this program, I am a big Lewis Hamilton fan. I am Team LH all the way. I bought my Lewis Hamilton hat, which has not arrived yet, or else I'd be wearing it right now. I was so damn excited to get him out of that stinking Mercedes, away from Toto Wolff, away from that crap box organization that it's been for the last 3 years that Lewis has had to deal with. Lewis has had to deal with a team that was clearly favoring George Russell over Lewis, especially last year, constantly screwing him over on strategy, etc., etc. So Lewis comes to Ferrari, and you can tell he's rejuvenated, new lease on life, super excited to take on this completely new challenge with a team who was the second best team on the grid last year. They finished second in the constructors, not too far behind McLaren. And so I'm thinking, yes, this is going to be incredible. This is going to be Lewis's time. He's going to have a legit shot to win his 8th career world championship until we get to qualifying. And Lewis qualifies 8th. Here we go again. Same old crap with Ferrari. Underperforming in the first race of the season. And then we get to the actual race. Lewis is not able to do much in the first half of the race. He's kind of, not able to overtake in the rain. He gets within DRS a couple times, but couldn't quite find a way around Alex Albon for most of the race. The rain comes back a little bit later in the race, and Lewis gets in an argument on his radio, not an argument by any means, but about strategy, whether to pit or not, as the rain started to come in a little bit harder. And engineers are telling Charles Leclerc that it's going to pour, that the deluge is going to come, and so they're telling Charles that it's going to pour. They tell Lewis Hamilton the complete opposite. And they're like, oh, it's going to be quick. It may miss us. It may pass us. So they kept Lewis Hamilton out longer than he should have. So what happens then? In perfect Ferrari fashion, I should have known this, Cole, Freak Nation. I should have known better that for the last few years, it's all Ferrari does is screw over their drivers with absolute dog shit strategy on a weekly flipping basis, dude. And that's exactly what happens. They screw it up again. They screw it up. And instead of Lewis maybe trying to get an advantage and maybe finish in the top 6, no, he finishes 10th. All because Ferrari has no idea what they're doing. So here we go again. There's a great meme. I put it up on my Twitter page, @OurFloors91. You can follow me there. And it's basically like, it's a circle thing. It's we are so back, we are so over. Being a Ferrari fan this year, Cole, is going to be the absolute death of me. I swear. I don't know if I can handle this for 23 more races. God, I'm so disappointed. I should have known better. Okay, cool.
Well done. That was a great rant,
Jesus.
Richie. You got me fired up. I'll be cheering for Lewis. Like I said, I'm Italian, so I always got to root for the Ferraris. I know a lot, or not a lot, but I know of Lewis Hamilton. I know of his accomplishments. I feel like he's one of, if not the greatest of all time in F1. Maybe that's a hot take. I could be wrong there, but
no, he is. He has the most race wins. He's tied for the most championships. Yes, he's the GOAT.
All right. Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to following him and seeing more of your rants, because that, again, got me really fired up. And when I got back to the hotel and I saw him leading, I was like, oh, no way, this is freaking awesome. He's actually winning after going to this new team. And then sure enough, like minutes later, he was out of it. So I didn't know how he got back in the pack. I guess it was the strategy call, like you were saying. But, man, it's going to be a fun season, I think. I think he will be a contender. He will be a contender this year.
I think they're going to figure it out. I think this season is going to be absolutely electric. There were 7 teams out of the 10 that made the points in Australia. Sauber, Nico Hulkenberg, Cole. Okay, this is a guy who's brand new team. Sauber was the worst car in the grid. They're the green car, your favorite color.
Hey, nice. Yeah, that livery was really sick.
Yeah, so Nico Hulkenberg finishing the points. He's scored more points for Sauber in one race than they did all of last season. Truly incredible stuff. Real quick, let's wrap up the show with some of these comments, then we'll get the heck out of here. I can continue on this for a long time, but Cole, you've had a long weekend, and so we need to get you the hell out of there. But let me roll through some of these real quick. Warphammer here. Ferrari mid-race is so chaotic. It's literally a meme. Slow button on. We are checking. Lewis was dropping expletives on the radio on Sunday, and he never does that.
Ooh.
Never does that. Here we go. Lewis is not good with that chaos. I agree. He's like a very even keel guy, so he's not used to the chaos. Blake weighing in every year. It's true, Blake, and I don't know why I got suckered into believing things are going to be different this year. They're clearly not. Stayed up until 2 a.m. to watch it. Blake, are you going to stay up to watch China, the next race? It is 3 a.m. Eastern time is when that race starts. Midnight here in Arizona.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'll
watch that.
I'm going to stay up and watch it. I'm going to be up. I think China's going to be a great race. That track is hard too, dude. I was racing that on the Formula 1 game. Hard track. Blake saying this season incredible. I agree. Greg weighing in. Sonoda surprised me. Yuki had a great race too. He should be in that Red Bull seat, damn it. All right? I don't know if you agree with me, Freak Nation, but he should be in that Red Bull seat over Liam Lawson, who crashed again while Yuki's still putting up points in the second Red Bull car. Sonoda was laying on his resume on Horner's desk. Absolutely, that's what I was just saying. He deserves that Red Bull seat. Warphammer's saying, 3 a.m. Start is unfortunately a different matter than 2 a.m. for me. Watch it on replay, man. Get F1 TV. That's what I did this week. So